When people say they understand methods, what they usually mean is that the method calls feels controllable. You call something happens, you get a result. That feeling is dangerous because it creates confidence without precision. Today we're not going to learn how methods work. You already know that. We're going to look at why methods consistently trick you into predicting the wrong behavior, even when you know the syntax. When you see this line, you assume more than you realize. You assume continuity. You assume identity. You assume that whatever happens next is tightly bound to the thing named user. That assumption is almost never examined. It just feels right. This entire video exists because that feeling is unreliable. Methods feel like they belong to objects because the syntax says they do. Dot notation reads as possession. But possession is a human concept, not a runtime one. The language is optimized for readability, not truth. And when readability conflicts with execution, readability wins in your head. Most people predict behavior based on the names. Admin does admin things. Guest does guest things. But the runtime doesn't know what an admin is. Names feel predictive. Memory is predictive. When those two disagree, bugs appear. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Even people who know exactly what this is still get a method behavior wrong. Because the problem isn't ignorance, it's overconfidence. You know what this means, so you stop tracking it. And the moment you stop tracking it, behavior becomes surprising again. This is where bugs start appearing in real systems. Not because you don't know what this is, but because this changed and you didn't notice. Context drift is invisible. If you trust the method name more than the reference, this is an issue. Functions don't lie to you this way. A function call forces you to look at the arguments. A method call hides the most important argument. That is the root cause of most method-related confusion. You stop thinking about data flow because the syntax encourages you to think about ownership. Once identity collapses, everything else collapses with it. People say the wrong object ran the wrong method. That sentence doesn't mean anything at runtime. There is no wrong object. There's only the reference that was passed. You can watch a perfect walkthrough and still not understand method behavior. Because walkthroughs show you what happened, not why your prediction was wrong. Understanding isn't replay. Understanding is prediction before execution. The real skill methods demand is not tracing. It's anticipation. Before the call happens, you should already know which memory will be touched. If you don't, you're not missing information. You're missing discipline. Yes, in the real world, behavior belongs to the things. In code, behavior belongs to instructions. Objects don't act. They participate. That mismatch is why real-world metaphors collapse hardest at methods. The fix is not to avoid methods. The fix is to mentally downgrade them. Stop thinking of them as actions. Think of them as routing. Data goes in. Instructions run. Data changes. That's it. If you already know what changed here, you're doing it right. If you feel even a flicker of uncertainty, that's the illusion still working. Methods feel powerful because they hide data flow. That's not a feature for understanding. It's a liability. This channel exists to make that hidden flow visible again. Once you stop trusting method names and start trusting references, object-oriented stops surprising you. And when code stops surprising you, it stops hurting.